Welcome to the Prospecting Today podcast.
So I'm going to go to Google and let's type in, give me a big city near you. Where are you at? Where are you?
Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Aha. So your market, oh, here, let me see if it's different. Realtor. There. Okay, Realtor. So if you look at the very top, before you even get to these ads that are down here, which are UpNest and Agent Pronto and everybody else, there are these three guys that just kind of come up at the top, and these are called Google Screened. This has just been out for about 6 months. Okay. And it's a pay-per-click thing, but you enter your social security number, you have to send them pictures of your license, you have to do this enormous amount of work. But I did this in Denver, and my phone, like for the dollar per click and what I was spending, it was amazing. In fact, we just closed on one last week from this, and we're spending like $250 to $300 a month.
Oh my gosh!
And we're getting several calls. So you have to be this whole Google Screen thing enormous. So anyway, not many agents. Like if you look at this, there's three right at the top. Let me see how many actually have done it in Salt Lake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, you've got 10. So 10 in your whole market, that's all there is 10 people who have done this.
So you're saying it has to be, you have to use Realtor, because the first one you used didn't pop this right up.
Right. It's Realtor.
Salt Lake City real estate, right? Or something like that. So you got to use Realtor with the city.
Yep. Or I wonder if it works for real estate agent. Let me do real estate agent. I think this works too. Yeah.
Okay.
So
how did you find out about this?
My son. My son is a digital marketer, and he's only like out of college 3 years, but he's like, Dad, I found out this thing. He does Google AdWords, like he's like for this big corporation. He's like, and they did it for plumbers. He's like, I think this would work for real estate agents. In many markets, there isn't anybody. Like I'll go to Sarasota.
What's it called again? Google. It was Google. They called it something.
Screened. Google Screened.
So is that what you ended up doing? Is just Googling Google Screened?
Well, yeah, when it's through your Google AdWords, but there's almost like this third party, this other company that takes all your information and they collect it, and you have to fill out all of the stuff. It took about a month to get screened, so to speak. But once you're in, you're not in against anybody. Like in the market that I was in, and now there's probably 10 or 15 agents in Denver that are doing this. But in your small markets, like, again, Sarasota, there's nobody.
This is fascinating. I'm actually going to use you for two different podcasts, if that's okay. Just teaching about Google Screened. Is that cool with you?
Sure.
So all you did was your son, who's a digital marketing, relatively out of school, knew about this. You just went in and you Googled Google Screened, and then you went through the process.
Yeah. So you can, click learn more. It's as simple as that. Tells you what to do.
But you said it was a pretty intense amount of stuff you had to submit.
Yeah, they ask for your social security number, all of that. So, and you have to be, if I'm not mistaken, this was back in October, but I had to go in and like I was also the business owner, right? I'm also a broker and own a brokerage in Colorado. So as the business owner, I was able to go in and give them copies of my insurance, copies of my license, my social security number. Then I was able to add agents to it. And so I have 2 agents who are on this and they're like, shut it off. I'm getting too many phone calls.
Wow, that's amazing. And so tell me a little bit more about the success story you had with this and how quickly you saw a success with it.
Well, at first, my agent was like, I keep getting all these phone calls. She knew that she had signed up for it, but all of a sudden the calls were coming in and she didn't really know that these were coming from Google. And I'm like, well, call the people back. So she's like, started calling the people back. And they're like, yeah, I saw you on Google. And then she started paying attention. So we've got um, the one that she called back right away, or within a short period of time. She just started showing homes and scheduling, and they were the easiest client. She says, I wish I had 100 clients like these. They told her exactly what they were looking for. She sent them a few properties. They picked a few. Um, they bought within on their second time out looking at homes and got under contract and closed 30 days later.
Wow. That is
You know,
such a great
and
find.
she's got others that are lined up, and we also had one that was kind of out of area that we referred to another agent that's selling a property, and she's also got another guy that this spring is supposed to list. So we got like off of about $550 to $700 worth of ads. We got 4 clients, total commission probably between $35,000 and $40,000.
So as soon as you get Google Screen, they do make you pay to be a part of that top row.
Your Google, well, then you have to do your ads. Then you have to place your ad, and that is a payment. You know,
Okay.
you can turn it on, turn it off. Hey, I'm getting busy. I'm getting too many phone calls. You can dial it down. Hey, I'm not getting enough. You can dial it up. But I think for a lot of your agents who are not in major metro areas, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, that's
And
fantastic.
even
Well,
in the major metro areas, your cost per lead to be at that very top. And the interesting thing, I mean, they don't go to your website; they call you. What are we mostly doing? We're competing against the Zillows, we're competing against the big, Redfins and Realtor Doc. They don't care about your website. They just don't. But if they could go, oh, this guy's been verified by Google, and I can call him, and he's local, you know, they for
wow.
some reason they like it.
Yeah, that's great. That is such a great tip. And I'm so excited to share it with the audience. So thank you so much for that, Matthew.
You're welcome.